friends are coming over for Thanksgiving, that you need to make 18 pounds of potatoes and you really only need 3, and then you end up with a ton of extra mashed potatoes, I have just the recipe for you. I know lots of you are out there making extra mashed potatoes, and today's recipe utilizes not only extra mashed potatoes, but extra leftover turkey or chicken if it's not Thanksgiving. It's a turkey and potato pot pie. The potato part is the topping, and it replaces the crust. Slice up 3 leeks, just slicing them crosswise, and then I'm gonna wash them. Leeks can be very, very dirty, as you probably know, super gritty. So take a large bowl of water and put the leeks into the water, making sure that there's plenty of water around the leeks to allow the grit to fall out. And then swish the leeks around in the water to loosen all of the grit and allow it to fall to the bottom of the bowl. Now, in order to make sure that the grit doesn't go back through your leeks, you wanna lift the leeks out of the water, leaving the grit in the bottom of the bowl. If you want to be super duper safe and make sure that they're completely grit free, you can do this one more time, kind of like you do with spinach. I'm going to take it on faith that I got all the grit out. Pat your leeks dry, because these are going to go into hot fat at some point. You don't want to get splattered, and water and fat together create splatter. In addition to the leeks, I have some bacon and mushrooms. My bacon's already cooking. I'm going to get it out of the pan. 6 strips of bacon that were cut into 1-inch pieces have been crisped in this large skillet. Set them aside to drain on paper towels, leaving the fat in the pan. So I'm using a slotted spoon. I don't always use a slotted spoon, but it does help in instances such as this. If one tiny piece gets left in there, don't worry about it. But set that aside, and then in the fat that's still in the pan, cook 10 ounces of sliced mushrooms, a tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves. If you're using dry, use a teaspoon. And the leeks. You want to saute them until everything is cooked down and the mushrooms are golden brown. That might take about 12 minutes. Keep cooking the mushrooms, stirring occasionally until they're golden brown, and it'll cook down. Should take about 12 minutes. There's a lot of vegetables in this pan. When your mushrooms are cooked down, add 3 tablespoons of flour. Stir everything to coat it up and cook off the rawness of the flour. There's not a lot of fat in this pan, so it might be kind of dry. So when you add your stock, make sure that you do it while you're stirring frequently, otherwise it could clump up a little bit. 1 3/4 cups of chicken broth. I'm just gonna add a little bit. Stir it around, get up all the brown bits from the bottom of the pan, start the thickening, and then add the rest. This mixture, this sort of mushroomy velouté mixture, needs to cook for about 4 minutes. So this is replacing your usual can of mushroom soup mix that you might use to make a pot pie. We like to make things from scratch. It's so easy. Pot pie is a great way to use up leftover vegetables of any kind. Little pieces of carrot, some peas, which we're gonna use. All kinds of stuff goes really well in a pot pie. When your sauce is thickened, then you can add your leftover turkey. I used about 3/4 pound. I'd say it's about 2.5 cups of shredded turkey meat. Chicken would also be good. If you have leftover chicken or a rotisserie chicken, use it here. And 1 cup of frozen peas, defrosted. Even though really, I don't think you really have to, but we always say to. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. And then you can add the bacon back. And then add your bacon. And ready to bake. Stir everything to combine, and then transfer it to an 8x8 baking dish to top with mashed potatoes. Put an 8x8 baking dish on a rimmed baking sheet. You can line it with foil to catch drips if you want, and then transfer your pot pie mixture to the baking dish. You could do these in individuals if you wanted to, if you like the way that that looks. 8 individual ramekins. This serves 8. And then you're gonna top it with your leftover mashed potatoes. 4 cups of leftover mashed potatoes. So when you're at Thanksgiving and you're planning and you wanna make this dish, plan for extra mash. Or don't plan for it and accidentally have it and then use this as a topping. The more buttery your mashed potatoes, the better this will be. Garlic mash tastes really good on here. If you do sweet potato mash or a combination of sweet potato and potato, that would be really good, don't you think? Bake at 400, uncovered, for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes until it's bubbling and golden on top. If you're looking for a little more goldenness on top after it's baked, you can turn the broiler on and just broil the top briefly, but I felt like it was so nice and golden, I just took it out. Now, for the reveal, it's not gonna be the most beautiful food you ever made, but it might be some of the most delicious food. Oh, so good, Savory and delicious. Such a great way to use leftovers, right? You're gonna wanna make this. Make sure you make extra mashed potatoes with your Thanksgiving meal because you're definitely gonna wanna make this mashed potato turkey pot pie. And if you've had just about too much Thanksgiving turkey, why don't you make this up, put it in the freezer, and save it for next month? Then you can enjoy Thanksgiving all over again. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.